Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 8, Road to 300 Kilos. Feeling good after deload week. Deload week was quite the success. Had a heavy day today. First day back in the gym. Lifting heavy weights. As I said, so this is week 7 of the program. Week 6 last week was deload, if you watched any of the previous episodes. And I'm feeling good. It's kind of interesting, during deload week, I wasn't feeling amazing. And it's kind of like, why the heck am I doing this? Deload week doesn't seem to be deloading my body. The whole point of it is to kind of give the body a little bit of a rest, let stuff calm down a little bit as far as inflammation and everything. Or at least that's what I think the point of it is. It might not be. But, during the week, I kind of felt pretty shitty. And luckily, or I guess maybe not even luckily, but what ended up happening was I felt really good this, beginning of this week. Today's Monday, and I had felt the best I have felt in quite a few weeks as far as lifting weights. When I started moving the bar around and everything, I was like, okay, deload week seemed to work. So today we had muscle snatches, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it does not make my shoulders feel good, and I know that it has to do with my early arm bend and maybe not keeping it quite as close to my body as I should. I mean, it looks like I'm keeping it pretty close on these warm-ups, but the issue I have with it is it just doesn't look like my snatch pull. And luckily, this is the last week of dedicated muscle snatches during a training day, and I think they've done their part. I feel stronger. The turnover was getting faster. A lot of these muscle snatches, the turnover is nice and fast, especially on this set. You'll notice in the last 2 reps that that one, I was like, okay, you gotta bring it after that one, and you'll notice my turnover gets faster, which I think will transition over to the snatch well, but the pulling part and getting it to my hip and above isn't how I pull in the snatch. So, maybe in the future on another training block I can focus on getting better at muscle snatches, but I'm kind of glad that this is the last day of them. To be honest, as far as dedicated, you're doing 5x5 of muscle snatch today at 68 kilos, which is what I did today. Instead, it's gonna switch to, Mondays are gonna actually have, full snatches. So these are bringing it out of me. You'll notice I'm grunting and stuff. It gets heavy. It gets hard. You gotta turn over fast and start pressing. They're kind of fun. I just wish they didn't make my shoulders feel like shit. And like I said, I think it's a product of my technique, but, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to be great at everything. Not great at anything, I guess. I don't know. Just rambling at this point. I'm not great at making videos. If you're listening to this, you're probably thinking I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. Anyway. Done with that crap. I was supposed to do 5x5. I ended up only doing 3x5 because I was like, you know what? My shoulders feel good after deload week. I've got a tough session still ahead of me. Let's not overdo it, because I have clean plus 3 jerks, 5 sets today, up to 118 kilos. I did a set of 115 kilos, and then I did 4 sets of 118 kilos, clean plus 3 jerks. So I was like, alright, let's cut the muscle snatch volume a little short because I suck at these anyway, so let's save my shoulders and focus on some actual good lifting for clean plus 3 jerks. So just warming up, and like I said, feeling good, feeling really good. Sweating a little bit, just feeling nice and warm and loose and strong. It was really nice. It was a nice change of pace because the past couple weeks my body was hurting. The deload week was much needed. So tossing this 90 kilos around like nothing. Riley, the girl lifting next to me, she asked after this set, she was like, "How do you have so much energy to just keep doing those jerks one after the other?" And I was like, "Trust me, as I get heavier, I'll slow down. You know, while I'm warming up, I'm trying to just like really, really bring it. That way, I bring it when the weight gets heavier. I'm used to bringing it during the warm up, so it's like my body will just automatically keep doing that." So 110 kilos, feeling good, not even belted up yet, and the cleans are looking fast. Just, you know, I warm up doing 3 jerks up to like the 90 kilos, and then after that, I only do 1 jerk up until my working set. And this is 115 kilos, and this is my first working set. Jerks are feeling really strong. The lockout is super easy. Just trying to feel, it's kind of interesting, like my shoulders won't, you know, it's like the shoulder pain is a good indication of what I'm doing wrong in the front rack. So like, let's watch this set real quick. Easy clean. And what I mean by being a good indicator, if I stay a little bit looser in the arms and in the front rack and focus on maintaining my breath in my belly and upper chest and keeping my back tight and stuff, and not letting my arms and wrists and shoulders get tight, the jerk feels much easier. I feel faster, and it just kind of flies off of the front rack position like a spring. It's kind of hard to describe what I mean, but if I have the tension in my upper body that I don't want, I'll have shoulder pain in the jerk. But if I do it correctly and don't have as much tension, and I'm just letting the bar sit there on a rigid body with loose arms and shoulders and everything, then it feels much better. So hopefully that made a little bit of sense. Here's the last set, and all of these felt really good. Cleans were a little wonky, not amazing. I think that's just a little bit of not practicing as much during deload week. I think I trained like 4 days during deload week, and I think one of those days I didn't even clean, so they weren't quite on point, but the jerks were feeling really good, so it's all right. Not gonna lose any sleep over it, that's for sure. Yeah. And then, you know, the little time lapse here is me cleaning up the bar and getting ready to squat. So not only did I have muscle snatches and 5 sets of clean plus 3 jerks, pretty heavy, got 8 sets of 3 back squat at like 158 kilos. It was a long session. I think the session ended up being like 2.5 hours, almost. Yeah, 2.5 hours, pretty much. The squats here, I think the whole warm up and 8 working sets took probably like 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, but I think more like 35 minutes, which that's not bad at all. I mean, 8 sets, you know, it probably took 40 minutes. That's 5 minutes a set, not counting the warm-ups. So, or that's including the warm-ups. So it's more like 3 minutes a set, really. So as I'm warming up, I like to pause to feel the weight and really make sure my lower back, my hips are ready for the weight. So a nice pause, like a real nice pause, a Dmitry Klokov type pause for the first rep. And then I just go into the next 2 reps. And it felt really good today. I kind of liked warming up like that. I think for the 140 here, I don't think I pause. yeah, I just go straight into it just to make sure I'm using good technique. Just did 2 there. There's no reason to do 3. I'm so close to my working weight, it doesn't matter. So I don't want to. I have 8 sets of 3. I don't need to wear myself out on the freaking warm up at 140. So here's the first set. Pretty solid. I mean, pretty easy, really. I could be a little bit faster out of the bottom. I think that's something I need to remember, is to turn it on faster. Like once I hit a certain point, I need to get down faster and I need to get up faster. I was kind of doing some slower strength building squats, which I guess is fine for now, but you know, as I'm maxing, when I go to max out, I need to remember to really turn on the jets when I'm getting out of the bottom. So a little time lapse, just to show my 8 sets. That way I'm not called for being a liar. And it was fun, man. It's a mental battle to go through 8 sets of heavy squats. That's for sure. You see me pacing around a lot, and it's me just saying like, all right, come on, you can do it. I turn on some metal music to really like get the aggression and keep the energy flowing. And it was a really good squat session. I was really happy with it. And then on top of all this that I've already done, 7 sets of 3 of push press at 95 kilos. Here's the first set of that. These felt really good as well. Feeling really strong, and my elbow wasn't bothering me, my shoulders weren't bothering me, so I was super pleased with how these were feeling. And then after the push presses, I'm supposed to do 3 sets of weighted back extensions, and after once I had 3 sets of push presses left, I just started supersetting the push presses with the back extensions. You'll see me set that up, and then I do my 5th set of push press, and then I go start doing back extensions just to save time, right? Because this is a hell of a fucking session. So it's like I need to go home and eat, shower, hang out with the wife, whatever, right? So it's like, get out of here. So anyway, thanks for listening to my rambling. Thanks for watching the session if you made it this far in the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.